Another beautiful day in my Minecraft world. I don't get to play on this world as often as I'd like to, but I always enjoy it whenever I can. It's not too often I get to go on an adventure, and I'm kind of looking for it. Let's see what we can do today. So, last time I was here, we built this tower and made a lot of cool stuff, and that was awesome. There's a lot of stuff I'd love to do, but it's not easy getting a lot of stuff to happen. And stories are fun to tell, and it's fun to learn. Let's see. Just going over here. Oh yeah, off camera I moved my tree farm, and just had some fun. Oh wait, that's new. What's in here? To those who find it, deep underground, there is a secret. It has a magical power. Only those pure of heart can truly find it and its purpose. Are you the one for it? Deep underground. There's only one place very deep that I know of. We could try it, but I haven't been there in a long time because it has something that I don't really like to see. So we're gonna need this. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I have everything I need. Actually, it's gonna be quite dangerous. Let's play this safe. Let's get rid of most of my stuff. Yeah, that should work. So, deep underground, that would probably mean the mine, right? Well, we built this mine a long time ago. And it would be here. The deepest way is actually right here by our skeleton farm. And if you come down here, we have the mine. Now, that place that I think there's a secret, it's most likely through here. This hole has something that I really don't like to see. But there's only one way to find out. Whoa. That's not what I expected to happen. Well, I guess it's time to do some exploring, figure out where I am and what to do. So let's break this curtain down a little bit. This is LavaCraft. It's a content creator SMP server that I was invited to. This is towards the tail end of season 3, so I'm probably not going to make that many episodes or videos, but I'm going to be around for community events and spend some time with the community. So that's awesome. I've actually been playing on the server for a couple of weeks now. I wasn't originally planning on making a video, but here we are. So if I look at my inventory, I actually have a decent amount of gear. So here's the basement of my house. I have a little storage room over here where I just keep a couple of my things. Then up here is my house. A little workshop area, some decorations, a little place to do some cooking. Have a little office here. And up here is where I store my armor. So when I'm home, I don't necessarily need all this armor on. So we'll put that in there. Then up here, I have a little library and my bed. Yeah, it's not much, but it's a place to call home. Just coming out here, I'm in this jungle over here. Little farms, couple sugarcane things. Little sheep farm over here, and then I've just been mining over in this area. But nothing crazy, just a little place to mess around and have a place to keep some items before I do anything too crazy. While we're here, let's write down a couple of our goals for this server. Let's say we terraform our base. So we get this looking nice and pretty. For a world download, we could transform the shopping district. We could build a mob farm. I know a good place to do that. Do a little prank on someone. That could be funny. Okay, so here's some goals we could do. We could terraform the base, transform the shopping district, build a mob farm, throw a party, and prank someone. Since we don't have a lot of time, I need to do some things that are relatively small with the limited resources that I have and will have throughout this season. So, for one, we can definitely terraform the base. This is absolutely possible. This one we'll probably do as a community event. This one I can definitely do for an episode. And this one can definitely be done for an episode. So let's aim for about 5 episodes this season throughout the next 2 months. So, for terraforming the base, we can't do anything too complex, but we can do some basic stuff. So first off, I have this little farm here. It's no good anymore. It's got to go. Alright, so I've gone and cleared up all the grass here, cut down a few trees, and just kind of gotten everything nice and clean to do some really good terraforming. Over here, since we have a bit of a pit, I think it would be nice to have like a little water pool, or like a little pond or something. That would be cool. And then we could have some farms back here. I have a little sheep farm here. Maybe we do some crops over here, sugarcane by the lake, or we could do it over here. I don't know yet. We'll do something like that. And as a nice bonus, we can build a little entrance to our mine shaft, which is right here. So I made a little crop farm and added this little pool here. It's not decorated at all. Looking down there, it's just stone underneath and dirt, but it'll be okay for now. I put little crop farm down so we can have some crops, and sheep farm's still there. Now that I'm really looking at this house, I'm not too happy with the granite over here. I think it would be nice to be a little bit of a different color. I was looking at some different architecture designs, and I really think that this kind of matches a lot of Spanish architecture. So kind of replacing this with like some sort of white would be very nice. Let's take a look at bone blocks. That definitely sticks out a little more, but I think that's going to be beneficial. We can add some other decorations around the windows, which I think will make it a little better. Maybe we can do something like this. So just having some little trapdoors to kind of break things up, and that might look a lot nicer. Of course, if we're going to use this many bone blocks, we're going to have to move on to one of our other goals. So this one will be more important. Here we are in our mine, and I found this skeleton spawner a long time ago, and I'd like to turn it into a bit of a mob farm. So in order to do that, I came down here, and I created this, which has this block here. Now, that's nice and all to have, but it doesn't do everything we need. So we're going to need to get a couple things here, and have this go way up. We can put one right here, and one right here. And temporarily we could put a few blocks down. And we'll go up. This should have us get pushed right here. Awesome. So now we got to get out of here. In here, we have kelp. This kelp will make some source blocks. Perfect. Now these are all source blocks, so we break that. This should try to connect, but it's not where we want it. So instead, we place soul sand. So this should push the skeletons this way. And I'm not happy about that, so let's break you. Go down there. Place that. Just have it go down an extra block. And where's our wall? Well, it's a little higher. We'll do that. So that should keep pushing. There we go. That goes there. So this should push right up. that temporarily. Let this go and flow. This will push the skeletons until they're here. It'll keep pushing. And then they go right in here. Perfect. So now we can break these. We will break the source and place some soul sand. So that should push them right up, and then they get pushed into the soul water stream. Perfect. So after they get to the water stream, they should land right about there. If we punch these skeletons down here, they're a one-hit kill, which is exactly what we're looking for to get bones and all of our materials. Now we need some iron for this, so I'm gonna go shopping. This is Shad's mega shop that basically has everything in the world. So if I get a few items, let's look for some iron. Ha, iron. 2 diamonds for 64. Oh boy. So I'm gonna get 5 stacks of this. That's 10 diamonds. And if we put it in the chest, we've bought that. So we'll put this in here and put that away and head back to our base. Now we're gonna need quite a few hoppers, so let's do some tree farming. If we get some bone meal, we can grow trees and chop them down. Now our hopper's been put in place and we have a little tiny storage for our skeleton farm. So we can use it to get all the bones we need. Now that we've finished our skeleton farm and slowly got some work done on our base, I think it's time to take a little break and cause a little chaos. Now, someone is online, and I think it's time to go give them a visit. This place is quite the marvel looking at it. Someone clearly has a lot of time on their plate. So if we go up the staircase, we gotta be quiet and sneak around. Not in the storage room. Go up here. Maybe up in one of the towers. Not in there. Not up here. Maybe on the other side. Nope, not in here. Maybe he's not home. Could be shopping. I think we should hide until Lava gets here. Stake it out. Oh, I should probably wear a disguise so he doesn't recognize it's me. That could work. Now crikey, how's it going here? He's swimming in lava. Oh boy. This is why basalt deltas are a nightmare. This looks like something he's working on. I found him. Hello, mate. How's it going?
Hello? Ah,
Crikey,
can you
what
hear
a
me?
good day it is.
Sorry, I had YouTube on, and I'm like, why are people talking weird in YouTube? Not on YouTube at all.
Coming back to the base, I've finished taking some time at the mob grinder and finished up these walls. I went for the trapdoors as well, just to get it looking a little nicer, and I'm very happy with that. So that means that the building itself is done, but it needs a little bit of terraforming. I'd like to have a little path that kind of comes out here, kind of makes its way around, maybe goes there, goes over to the farm, and that would be kind of a nice thing to do. So let's kind of do something little like that, maybe kind of give it a goal of coming over here. We can do something nice with that later. And then maybe have it come around here. First going into the farm area, and then also splitting off and going over to our sheep pen. There we go, something like that. That would be nice. And another thing I was looking at is maybe doing some strips of moss. So if we go like this would be moss here. This side is moss to make it look like it's kept. At least for the front lawn. Same here. Ooh, there's a creeper. That's not good. And we'll do that. So then we can kind of just like fill this in with little moss, just to give it a little bit of an extra texture. There we go. Something like that. And in our base, I'm pretty sure we have some carpets. So what we can do is coming out here, find some spots that may need some lighting. Break that. There's a torch. Carpet on top. Maybe we go over here, do the same. Same thing right here. And that could just help light this area up without making it look as bad. So I'm going to break everything immediately surrounding the base. It looks like it's already getting close to night, so this will make it easier. Now, the only downside of this is we're going to have to fight some mobs. But it's a necessary evil. So say we go right here, put a torch down, a carpet, light that up. We do another right here. Finally, I'd like to do a little bit of rock work and shrub work. So I have this right here, which can let me get a few cobblestone slabs, cobblestone stairs, maybe a couple of walls, and some blocks themselves. So if we kind of go into these areas, put a couple blocks, maybe like that, get a stair, slab, maybe a wall. We can have these little rock formations around. And then on top of that, I have these azalea leaves. And I'd like to just dot them around in little spots. Something little like that could work. And maybe we have some little buttons or something lying around. And just kind of add on to this, add little details as we go. Putting a little bit of grass and ferns down kind of just makes it pop a little more. I don't want a ton of trees here, but some little stuff can be good. And maybe I'll do a couple custom ones, but who knows? That looks good. With that, we can mark a few of our things done. We can mark terraforming our base and the mob farm completely done. Now we have a couple more goals to do, but I think that's all the time I have for this episode. If you liked it, be sure to give it a like. If you loved it, be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye.